on our countdown to EDO 2024. A whole lot of musings, intra-party squabbles ongoing. Last Sunday, the PDP had their delegate congress at the ward level to elect 3 delegates for the primaries. Reactions have been trailing that. One faction has criticized the process. Another faction has hailed the process. It's political squabbles and intrigues, as is always the case. On the part of the APC, all complaints surrounds the state leader of the party, who is being accused of manipulating the process to skew the primaries for the emergence of certain people. They say politics is all about manipulations, maneuvering, political maneuvering to get your will prevail against the will of others. But the interesting thing is that after all of this, politicians always have a way of settling themselves and then forging a common front to continue to live in affluence and all of that. Well, let's start with you, Chris. EDO 2024 is getting interesting by the day. We've seen some musings about the PDP delegates Congress held last Sunday. I understand there's another one coming up today on the platform of the PDP. Let's get your take and then interface with what is happening in the APC.
All right. We had on Sunday the best Congress that you have had in any political party since the return to democracy in 1999. And I speak with clear evidence of visuals, clear evidence of, internal reports I got, and of direct reports I got on the field. And there are hundreds of visuals to prove that. Now, when do you say an election is credible or an election has been successful? When the election sticks to the guideline guiding that election, and when an election sticks to the constitution of the political party that conducted that election. Until you fought those two, every other thing you are saying is either speculations or you're expressing your grievance in an inelegant manner. If you had a preparation done by the National Working Committee and they came up with guidelines, and even part of the party that is complaining said they even protested against the guideline. And for the interest of peace and fairness and equity, the National Working Committee bent itself over and listened to their protests and modified the guideline to suit them.
And they are still complaining.
And they're still complaining. And there are visuals. Okay. And as I was talking to one of them, I said, you say in the field you have about 1,000 plus. And the 1,000 plus in that ward, we're all skewed towards one candidate. And you are from that ward, and they were skewed towards one candidate. And the people remained in the field, and they voted for that one candidate. What you should have just done is stay in the corner, put a phone call and tell them, my supporters leave the field.
Okay.
So the man who kept them in the field there is the man they are supporting.
Okay.
So the point is, we have done our primaries. The world has acclaimed it. We have shown evidences. Now, there are 3 novel things that were introduced. We imitated INEC. We published the names of the PDP members who have registered PDP members from the membership register.
Okay.
We insisted that you showed your card and you showed your voter's card and your party's card as a bona fide PDP members. Nobody protested until all of by that time.
Okay.
It is after the process has concluded
that they start protesting.
They were not protesting the results. Our brethren who are protesting, they are passing through a learning curve. Now we still want them in the party.
Okay.
We make room for them.
All right. Let me get Bob Manuel Umoro to give me his perspectives on this as briefly as you can, because we are pressed for time now. Yes, Bob Manuel.
When a child lies, he lies for defense. When an elder lies, he lies
for money.
Bob Manuel, I appreciate if you try and stay on course. There's no, hold on, just a moment. There's no point name calling anyone. Just focus on the issue. You have your time.
It's not directed at anyone.
Yes, go ahead.
It's not directed at anyone.
You can by implication direct it at someone. We're all elders here. We're all members here, so we know what we're talking about. We stay on course.
I was trying to refer to the result. No, not directly at anyone. I always do with anecdotes. I was trying to refer to the issue that happened. First, let me just go straight to from the onset. I had a one-on-one discussion with the national chairman on phone, and I gave out my grievances to him on Sunday morning. What happened was simple. The process was compromised with fraud. There was a list approved by the NWC. Before it got down to Edo State, before the committee appeared in Edo State, that list was changed. Now the list now bear the name, that's EOs now. The list now bear the names of those from Delta and Edo State, including the sitting speaker who became the EO of his LGA. Aside that, we have the EOs of each of the wards, 192 wards. The aspirant got to know and wrote a petition to the chairman of the committee, in person of His Excellency Seyi Makinde. Seyi Makinde responded. One, he was not even he was not briefed before the letter was sent to him that he is the chairman of the committee. First, secondly, before the exercise started, there was already a complaint. Now, petitions were sent to His Excellency Seyi Makinde. Seyi Makinde put a call directly to Damago, the acting chairman, and asked for the electoral materials with which to conduct the Sunday Congress, which was on the 4th, after the postponement to 4th. Told him that the materials were in the custody of His Excellency Godwin Obaseki. Said, how can you give the material to a person of interest who is a party, an interested party? You are giving electoral sensitive material to him. That is not done. He now said they thought they should send. He said, no, you should have called me. Yes. If I'm not coming, I will send a member of the committee then. So the man already knew that there was a planned flood, but he didn't have details of how it went.
Could you just summarize this? Could you summarize this, Bob Mara? What are your thoughts? Yes.
Good. 3 different letters emanated from the National Organizing Secretary. All of this, changing the list of delegates and changing the list of electoral officers, all of these are against the constitution of the party and even against the Electoral Act.
Okay, let me get to Dr. Bishop Akarabe quickly.
Well, in all of this, it's normal. It can happen in any party. But for us in the Zenith Labour Party, we are very happy that all these are happening.
Okay. How is that to your advantage? You're not a prophet of doom, Bishop.
Yeah, when they have crisis in their party,
yes,
and we'll be happy. We'll probably pave way for us to the Zenith Avenue. So we pray that their crisis continue. Even in both parties, the APC and PDP, so the crisis continue, so that the Labour Party we can have our way to the Zenith Avenue. All
right. Yes.
Unfortunately, the problem we have had, those who have come from diaspora, come from corporate world, we believe we change things, have often a time become even worse than the regular politician. And that was what you saw in the PDP primary. It's very sympathetic, win the APC and with the human rights.
Is it not PDP primary? It was a Delegates Congress.
I know it's geared towards the primary.
Okay.
That from there he knows the primary. But it was quite unfortunate they could just slap their party and democracy in that manner. But I feel and we believe that as a human being who believe in democracy, those are exercises that shouldn't even stand in the test of time. Now coming to APC, because you said we should marry it to the party. Now as is forthcoming is a direct primary. Unfortunately, even right now, politicians who believe they know it all will always want to divert different means of wanting to steal the people's conscience and people mandate. And that is why today, even as of today, one of the candidates have launched out offering a job to party people to come with their party slip card. And we are offering you a job. And we are also already reaching out to our people. If they want to offer you a job, they didn't offer you a job before now, let them wait after the primary or
they didn't offer the job in 2023.
No.
In December, November, October. So it's
yes, they are now moving from one to one, calling people, bring your voters, APC voter slip, voters card. I have also reached out to many of them. Please tell them on the 18th or on the 19th, they should come and collect your CV and the slip and get you the job, because your vote is not meant for sale. But how long are we going to continue like this? Especially when people have tested. For example, can you be this desperate to this level, belittling yourself, knowing fully well that after now what will people say about you? But we hope and believe that someday somebody will come and prepare a way that others will see and say don't even bother. But I can assure you that APC primary that is coming on the 17th, God keeping us all alive, it will not be a child's play.
All right, Chris, let me get you to respond.
When they keep using the word primary,
yes.
It reminds me of, I think, Bob Manuel, you didn't tell me he was a fiction writer, because he seems to have that qualities. I mean, he's giving us a story script. You have the NWC with its manuals prepared, guidelines prepared. And then Sheyi Makinde you referred to a letter. He wrote his letter on the 2nd. He referred to a letter that was written on the 3rd. He wrote his own letter on the 2nd. And he didn't know that the letter he was referring to was written on the 3rd. So you think we are kids here in Edo? We know the conspiracy. And Sheyi Makinde's letter is in the internet. He is writing another letter for Sheyi Makinde. The letter in the internet stated that he has personal reasons why he cannot. He has already fixed engagements why he cannot. And then he now referred to a letter that was written on the 3rd and he was writing on the 2nd. And so they just gave themselves up. And now you have sat here and rewritten another letter. That is nowhere for Sheyi Makinde. So that's why I say it's a fiction writer. The Congress election that was conducted is the best this country has seen. You just rely on evidence. Get the feeds, get the video coverage for the primaries, and tell me who skewed what to whom. The people on the feed were PDP people with their cards and their voters' cards on queue, and we're counting. It was overwhelming. In fact, those who didn't expect that would not hide their joy.
Okay.
Yeah, so now let me tell you, I want to give you the reason why it happened like that.
Yes.
You know PDP had division. They call legacy and all of that.
Yeah.
And now the PDP members, the people we discuss with, the people that feed us with information, had gotten battle scared. They were tired. And then one man, Aswai Godalu, came up. In the PDP.
All right.
No, he started preaching peace.
Hold on.
He started preaching unity.
Chris, just hold on. Because we'll get to that point at the campaign. We'll get to that point. But he wants to get to Bob. Bob, Mara, you wanted to say something quickly.
Yes.
Bob, yeah.
The process, while the process was ongoing, the National Organizing Secretary changed the list of delegates 3 times, 3 different letters. They are all in the public place.
But I thought the Congress was to elect delegates.
What do you mean by list of delegates?
Congress was to elect delegates.
Yes, yeah.
I speak to you on that very day, every word was marked with vigilante, with an order that they should shoot. I have evidence to that. I was checking online that if I turn around, they were going to shoot. Go ahead. I'll forward them to you.
On
the social media.
How can you be going from word to word?
All right.
When you say that it was not so, it was not so. So you are not before the appeal, and I want to establish today, and I have evidence to that. The appeal found out that all the 192 wards results, the 18 local government results, they signed by just 2 persons. The chairman. Pascal Adigwe. What is then the role of the EDOs as enshrined in the constitution, both that of the party and that of the electoral act, that they should sign, which authenticates state valid Congress. All of that a moment. Today, I am not surprised that most of them on the social media are making noise. Why Governor is going on up and down, kneeling down, begging that we shall allow the matter slide. The matter will not slide. I told you it's a matter of the constitution.
Okay. All right, Bob, we'll have to stop here because our time is up. If I have much time, certainly would have loved to continue with this conversation. But I know that it's an ongoing issue that we'll have the opportunity to engage as we look forward to other primaries, particularly the APC coming up on the 17th of this month, and I think the Labour Party on the 22nd or so, and other ones that are coming. Zenith Labour Party,
one is 18th.
18th, okay. Okay, 18th.
Zenith.
That's Zenith Labour Party coming up on the 18th. And have we had any of the big wigs move into the Zenith Labour Party? Or you are the party chairman and the government? Okay.
We have.
All right.
We are winning the state.
All right. Thank you very much. Chris, thank you so much for coming.
Yes.
Collins, thank you.
It's my
Dr.
pleasure.
Bishop, thank you. Bob Banner, thank you for your time. Network didn't allow us to have a very free-flowing conversation. But I want to say thank you. A big thanks to all our viewers and listeners. We couldn't take calls today because we're pressed for time. Have a beautiful weekend. And just my parting words. Tomorrow, the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be taking up Burkina Faso, Cote d'Ivoire in the final of the 2023 African Cup of Nations. At the semi-final match between the Super Eagles and Bafana of South Africa, About 8 people died watching that match from heart attack, blood pressure, high blood pressure, and what have you.
Unfair treatment.
And I can tell you for sure that part of the reason was that the country is very hard and very harsh, and people were looking forward to that match as a source of succor. And when they saw that due to some poor officiating and all the nonsense that we were seeing, the match was going on the other way around, it was as though their only hope of cushioning themselves was being taken away. And that's what happened. But I want to advise, on Sunday, if you know you don't have the heart to watch Nigerian match, please just find a place to go. Find a place to go. Especially if you have a perennial case of BP, you're hypertensive, you have all of those, cardiovascular complications or challenges. Please avoid the match. Just wait for the result of the match to be on the safer side. I'm very, very serious. Very, very serious. Watching that match, I wasn't feeling too strong. I mean, you can hear from the tone of my voice. But I got under serious pressure too. What I just did was to leave the penalty and go and hide myself somewhere. Until after the penalty, when I heard the shouts, I knew that we had won. And then I came out to celebrate. So please, it's just an advice that I'm giving. If you don't have the heart to watch the final tomorrow, don't bother. Just wait for the end result, so you don't go and end up like some of the people that pass with that match. Our heart goes out to all those families that are bereaved as a result of the Super Eagles match against Bafana. For me, it wasn't really the match. It's the product of the economic harsh realities that we have in this country. God help Nigeria. That's our package today. Have a great weekend, and this is wishing the Super Eagles of Nigeria victory tomorrow. Up Nigeria, up Super Eagles. Bye for now.